Chloe, I'd like to ask you first, what's your reaction to that?
Well, it's really disappointing. There's a human impact when the government gets things wrong, and what we see here is a great idea, a great initiative to try and simplify the benefit system, and the implementation going very wrong. The government's IT systems were not prepared for this rollout, and it's having a huge human impact. And a non-government organisation is having to pick up the pieces and deal with the gaps in funding. It's really, really sad to see.
Chloe, with both of your opinions there, is universal credit a good thing? Because it sounds like it's not.
Well, in your report...
Oh, sorry, to Chloe first, Alison, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
That's okay, Alison. Well, I think the initiative was, good. The idea is to be celebrated. Definitely the benefit system needs to be made simpler. There's lots of bureaucracy, lots of complications, and frankly, it's quite difficult for claimants, and it's too complicated. And so the idea behind the initiative was a good one. But as I said, the implementation went wrong, and perhaps if there are these IT issues that keep coming up, perhaps there should be a pause because the government's clearly got this very wrong.
Chloe, why, if this has been phased in and all these concerns have been raised, have the Department of Work and Pensions not gone back and looked at it again? Because as far as we're aware, they have not.
Well, that's a really good question. I think what's important when we talk about a pause is that it's not an indefinite pause. Yes, there was an issue with the IT systems, but the government should press ahead with these reforms. As Alison said, the benefit system needs to be reformed. It's urgent, and we can't, put it off and kick it into the long grass. It needs to be addressed. And if we have a never-ending transition period where it never gets implemented, then it doesn't solve the problem. So, urgently, the IT system needs to be looked at, but the government should press ahead with these reforms.
As we heard in our long report there, Britain on the Bread line, there were a few people saying that getting the money in one go means that they will have to learn how to budget more. It's not good for them. Is this system making people determined to budget and potentially get into work, but via degradation?
No, I don't think so. I think it makes sense to receive a one-off payment because that prepares people for the world of work. Most people who are in full-time work receive one-off payments monthly. But so it's not the system that we would criticise. It's the implementation, really.
And Chloe, so if this does go ahead, we're talking about millions of people rather than thousands at the moment who are going to be on this system. How's it going to work out?
Well, hopefully a lot better than it has so far. And if I could just make the point, this failure of the system is nothing new. This happens in government departments all the time. And in the current political conversation where we're talking about the government nationalising industries and taking control of things, this is the reality of it. Often it's non-government organisations like the Trussell Group that do a much better job of solving society's problems, and more government is not always the answer.
Alison, Chloe, thank you very much indeed, both for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.